Hey, Addie, thank you for taking part in the challenge for this month of the 3-circle drill. Nose in, nose out for counter bend, nose in for lateral bend through the rib cage, and then vertical collection. You did this gorgeous. There's one doing the left and one going to the right. You did it at a walk and a trot. That was your lateral bend, the first circle. Now you're doing your counter bend. You rode beautifully. Before I did the voiceover, there was birds in the background, and it was just a really nice video to watch. And I love how well you use your aids. Your hands stay in the 6-inch box. You don't cross your withers on the counter arc. When you're doing the vertical, he moves out so much freer than Rocky. So I'm excited to see how nice he gets into the bridle for you and still shortens his stride. You want 4 things to happen on the vertical. Head down where the nose is even with the eyes, because normally the nose is going to be out in front of the eyes. So you want to sit square and on your pockets, but shoulders, hips, and you want to squeeze with your legs and your seat with your hands so that you have 4 things happening. You have the breaking in the pole, you have the shortening of the stride, you have the weight shifting to the hindquarters, and that's going to round up that nice top line, and it's really a great drill. So the point of the 3-circle drill is for lateral bend. So as we go back here, when you were first starting, you'll see how your horse has the nose slightly to the inside, which also asks the shoulder and ribs to go out, so that then puts the hip and the pivot foot under. And you did it nicely on both sides. So we'll see on the right side now from a different angle. You'll see right here, your shoulders are level, your hips are level. But as we take this next step, you can see your horse's nose is slightly in. Whoops, I caught you at the end of your circle. But right here, his nose is slightly in, his rib cage is out, and that puts that hip and pivot foot up under right there. See how pretty that is? And you can just see his nose to the inside when his pivot foot was under. And then you're going to go ahead and move into the trot after this. So you, again, did counter bending. On the counter bend, you didn't cross your withers. Actually, this is your counter bend before the trot. I apologize. So notice here, you're looking where you want them to go. You would have more weight in your outside, your inside stirrup, and you're using your outside hand up and back an inch with your outside leg by the front cinch. And notice he's going forward and counter bending. So this is a great suppling drill. It's a great drill to get control of the head and the neck, and the get the softness in the shoulder, ribs, and hips, and lightness that you're wanting. We're looking to make responsive horses. So again, this is your vertical. As you can see, he tucks his nose and he shortens his stride, but he's still moving forward. Now you've moved into a trot on the right, and now you're doing nose in, shoulder out. That's your lateral bend. Post trotting is fine. Like a lazy horse like Rocky, I should have post trotted instead of sit jog. He'll move out freely. You can still flex your horse as you post trot. On the counter bend, it is a little easier to sit it and use your outside hand and leg, but you can post it too. You can play around with what works best with your horse. As long as the nose is out and the shoulders in. That's the wrong way to go around a barrel, but it's a great way to get more nose and shoulder control in a horse. Now you're doing the vertical. So if you'll notice here, you've got his nose almost all the way down. There we go. So right here, you can really see the vertical and the top line, and you can see the shortening of the stride, and you can see all your aids in play. Again, it's 2 hands, 2 legs, and your seat for the vertical, and it gives you that collection. So on vertical, if you need, you can sit jog it for more rate, but like in Rocky's case, I should have posted that as well on the vertical just because he's so lazy. But I was trying to show it on a collection. Collection sitting is better for the free runners. And then you roll back really nicely, roll back beautifully. And when you rode in my clinic, you did the D pattern. All your foundation is beautiful. I love this video. I'm going to post it in the group for everybody to use as the challenge for the 3-circle drill, because you did it beautifully and you show a nice variation. So again, if you're on a horse that's a little more lazy, You can post trot your lateral. You can post trot your counter bend. You can even post trot your vertical. If you're on a more free nervous horse, you're going to want to do it more sitting and collected. But again, just gorgeous, well done. I added you to the drawing for the training video. And there are 2 options, of course, in February. You can do dry work with no barrels because some people don't like to take their horses around the barrels. But this is a great exercise during the week to get back to basics, get your horse soft, fluid, and listening and using their body correct. And your rollback was really nice too. I'd like to show that again. So unlink these, just watching this one. Notice how you came around. You use a little, see how your hand only moves an inch. He follows his nose, but he comes right off your leg there. So that's a really good one to show. And I'll even put it in a little bit of slow motion here. A little further back. There we go. So I'm going to put it in slow. And notice you're sitting. You're starting to look on your left hip and look to your left side. Your right leg's on. A little direct rein, a little neck rein, but lots of leg. Front feet go around the back feet. Just a really pretty rollback. So well done. And again, you can post trot like you're doing there, or you can sit, jog, depending on your horse's needs. But you did a great job. I'm pleased with both of these, and you're entered in the drawing. Thank you so much. Oh, and the second thing I forgot to say was the all lefts, all rights. You're welcome to do that as well. So we have the circle drill, or we have all lefts, all rights, and we're doing it from the inside for anticipation. At a walk, we do 2, and then post trot, sit, jog, post trot, sit, jog, stop, roll back, and do it to the right. At the walk and the trot, 5 feet. If you lope it, 10 feet is fine. And that looks awesome. And the goal of it is to have the horse, you can even do it one-handed, and really it's important to look and ride at your quarter turns and not at the barrel. And again, if a horse is listening to your body and legs, you can do it one-handed, but you may need 2 hands if they're not. So really proud of you guys. Great job. Your foundation is the reason why you run in the 2D clean in barrel racing. And the more you improve on your foundation and your basics during the week, the more in tune you are with your horse on the weekends. So great job.